Amy Gallo, do you think you're a good listener? Be honest. Many people assume they're good listeners because they stay quiet while others speak, nod occasionally, and can repeat back what was said word for word. These are common techniques taught for effective listening. However, what if I told you that these methods might actually leave the speaker feeling misunderstood or ignored? Truly mastering listening requires a broader set of skills. You need to go beyond the basics. In this video, you'll discover strategies that will enhance your listening in both personal and professional settings. Ready to transform from a good listener into a great one? Let's begin. First, make sure to eliminate all distractions, such as phones and laptops, and recognize that listening is an active, wyskazali, продолжай ChatGPT skazal, ChatGPT two-way interaction rather than a passive one. Authors Jack Zenger and Joseph Folkman suggest that we should aim to be active listeners, like trampolines that reflect back and amplify the speaker's thoughts, instead of being passive like sponges that just soak up information. So, how do you become this trampoline listener? First, ask yourself, how do I usually listen? Perhaps you're more task-focused, prioritizing efficiency, or maybe you're analytical, trying to dissect the problem from a neutral stance. You might be relational, responding emotionally, or critical, analyzing both the content and the speaker. You may find that you default to one of these styles in most situations, but by asking, why do I need to listen right now? You might realize that a different approach or combination of approaches is more effective for this particular moment. Is your friend or family member seeking emotional support? Or is your colleague looking for constructive feedback? Reflecting on the purpose of the conversation, both what you need and what the speaker needs, will help you choose the best listening mode. This also encourages us to avoid coming into the conversation with a preset agenda, allowing us to genuinely understand what's being said without immediately planning a response. During the conversation, you'll eventually need to share your thoughts. However, initially, focus on absorbing their message without considering what you'll say next. Another important question is, who is the center of attention here? Sharing your own stories can build rapport, but you need to be careful not to dominate the conversation and risk making the speaker feel neglected. Also, ask yourself, what am I missing? Listening well isn't just about nodding and repeating back what was said. In reality, asking thoughtful questions shows the speaker not only that you've heard their words, but also that you're genuinely engaged and curious to learn more. Attentive listening can even change the entire direction of a conversation. Picking up on verbal and nonverbal cues might reveal that the speaker has more to say, even if they're holding back. They might be hesitant to open up, or they could be expressing emotions they haven't fully processed yet. For instance, when an employee says, "I'm nervous about my presentation," your instinct might be to reassure them by saying, "You'll do great. It took me years to feel comfortable presenting." While well-intentioned, this response can actually shift the focus to you, overlooking their real concerns. Instead, a better response would be, "I understand. What specifically is making you feel nervous?" This keeps the focus on them and invites deeper discussion. Another key question to consider is, am I getting in my own way? Often, our own insecurities or need to appear confident and capable can prevent us from listening with full attention. Practicing how to quiet that inner monologue can allow you to truly hear what's being communicated. Thus far, we've explored ways anyone can become a better listener. But for senior leaders, where the stakes are even higher, good listening is not just important, it's critical. Leaders should ask themselves, am I in an information bubble? Many find themselves insulated because employees are reluctant to challenge or question them. They may present only the positive aspects, avoiding difficult topics altogether. As Kevin Scherer, the former CEO of Amgen, pointed out, if you walk through the office and everyone seems cheerful, it doesn't necessarily mean things are going well. You might be missing something important if you're not actively seeking honest input from all levels of the organization. Leaders must cultivate the habit of listening purely to understand, free from judgment or agenda. while also encouraging an environment where trust is prioritized over hierarchy. In summary, most conversations would benefit from active, engaged listening, where we act more like trampolines rather than passive sponges. To improve your listening skills, ask yourself, how do I typically listen? Why do I need to listen right now? Who is the main focus of the conversation? What am I potentially missing? And am I letting my internal thoughts get in the way? For leaders, don't forget to ask, am I in an information bubble? By practicing these techniques, you'll become a better listener in both your personal and professional life. Thank you for watching. These strategies come from various articles in the Harvard Business Review, which are linked below. Have your own tips on becoming a better listener? Or is there a topic you'd like to see in a future video? Leave a comment below. We're all ears. See you next time.